Hello guys, Ricky49 here. Last night on Twitter I was telling you guys about how I had a pretty fucked up story to tell you guys. And even though the title will have the warning, I'm gonna say this right now. This video will contain some racial slurs, and if you guys know, I don't do anything with racism. Even though there was only one time where a guy had the N-word separated as part of his username just to screw me up, and he did a good job of that. I don't really have anything to do with racism. I don't allow that kind of crap on my channel, no matter what, unless you're calling a friend of yours that is on there the N-word, then okay, I'll give you that pass. But other than that, you know, yeah, I don't deal with racial slurs on my channel. But, as I said, this will be one of the number of exceptions I will have, because this story is so fucked up, I had to tell you guys this. Last night, I was playing, not Grand Theft Auto, I was playing Call of Duty World War II, and it was right around the middle of the first match I did that night, okay, in the middle of it, some random dude, just, it was like at the start of the match, and, it actually wasn't the start of the match. I thought it was in the middle, but now that I think about it, it wasn't the start of the match. I know it was a black person, so yeah, I can tell by the voice. When I heard that he was calling me, and this is really, I'm gonna say the word here, so yeah. When he was calling me a nigga, I told him, dude, I understand what you mean by that, but don't call me a nigga, because I'm not a black man. And in my head, I also was thinking, and I'm not a friend of yours. I don't know you personally, so don't go there, okay? Well, this dude decided to do reverse psychology, okay? He had it to where, even though he was calling me the N-word, he was making it sound like I was calling him the N-word. Now, I understand how blacks are with how a number of black people out there are with white people calling them the N-word. But I know this, there are some black folk that will let a white man call them the N-word because, they're best friends, and, that's how it is. That's how they deem it to be. And I do know a couple of people I know like 4 people that I'm friends with that are black, and how they would deem if I was calling them the N-word, I don't know. Probably wouldn't, unless they said it was okay. Or if they called me that word, then okay, then I'm cool with them because I know them, I know one of the 4 blacks since elementary school, so yeah. But this dude tried to go reverse psychology with this, and had it to where I was calling him a nigga, even though he was calling me that. And I was telling him, no, you ain't pulling this on me. You called me a nigga. I'm not technically calling him a nigga because I'm saying what he's called me. Okay? He called me that. I never called him that. He's saying I did, but I never did. Never. Whatsoever. It don't matter what he said. I don't know if I have video proof to show the whole thing, but if I did, I will show it to you guys through this cell phone, okay? But because of the fact that he was accusing me of calling him that word, there was at least, another 1 or 2 others on that team that were also black, and they were going off on me. So it basically was where all the black guys that I was on the same team with were going off on me because I used the N-word in general. And it's like, dude, I'm not technically saying the N-word if I'm quoting you guys. I'm not using the N-word if I'm reading it on a story, in a book, anything. I'm using that word mainly because you guys were calling me that word, and I was asking you guys nicely, technically, in a way, to stop. I really was. But they were going so pissed off at me for even just saying the word that they said, get out of this lobby, get out, get out, get out. You have 10 seconds to get out of this lobby. Now, I know that's not their actual voice, but yeah. And this one dude even threatened to hack my account if I did not leave that lobby in those 10 seconds. And I told him, well, look, the game's almost over. I'll leave after we're done, so that way we don't have to deal with each other for the rest of the day. Okay? You know, I was going to be nice with him. Even though they were accusing me of something I didn't do, I was still going to be nice to them. I was going to leave, so that way no bullshit happens. Okay? And I was so ticked off about that as I was leaving the lobby and going to a new one, I was still talking about that to myself. Do you guys see what the problem is here? That's how bad it is nowadays. Because we have a racist president, and he is racist. Don't even go there, you Trump supporters. You know how racist you can be. How some of you were racist when you was talking shit about Barack Obama. When you're in those ways. But that's beside the point. The real point is, if I'm gonna call anybody, if I'm gonna say the N-word at all, it's just to tell you guys, unless I know you personally and I recognize your voice, don't call me the N-word. Okay? If I don't know you personally, if I don't know you in general, don't call me the N-word. Okay? That's just how it is. So yeah. It is a little bit fucked up, but not as fucked up as you guys probably would have wanted it. Would have made that what my tweet made it sound like. But honestly, in that position, and what would you guys? I want to ask you guys that question. If you was in my shoes, what would you guys do? I'm curious. I'm very curious. Think of it through my perspective. Think of it like the white man with my personality. You guys know how I'm not really that much of a dick. I'm a really nice person until you piss me off, and then I can be and I'm not gonna lie about this. I can be a complete asshole if you piss me off. Believe me, I've had that happen to me in the past where I get pissed off, I become an asshole, and it's like, oh my god. You know? But yeah. If I ever see, I wonder if anybody from that group is actually going to be watching this video. And if they are, I just got one thing to say to you guys. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, and I'm willing to start again from the top, where we actually start being nice to each other, because I meant no ill will by saying that word to them. I really didn't. It's just that they had a mindset where whenever a white man says the N-word, regardless, then automatically it's the white man's fault for saying it, even though I was the one who said it first. You know, I know the history of the white man and the black man in the United States. In some parts of the world, I understand that, why they would get ticked off about it. But you guys know me. I don't ever say the N-word unless a black man gave me permission to call them by that name. You know what I mean? Not like nigger, but nigga. Then, okay, if I don't feel uncomfortable with that, then I'll do it. But I'm probably just going to call them by their real name anyway, so why? You know? If I'm going to ever say the N-word, it's going to be because you were calling me that, and I'm asking you politely, don't call me that word. Or I'm reading it in a book, okay? Or something that involves reading. You know, I'm just saying that right now. I'm gonna say that right now. Don't expect any racial slurs coming out of my mouth unless you said it, and I'm asking you politely not to call me by that name, or I'm reading it in some way, book, article, whatever. You know, and that's just how it is. Well, that's really the end of the story, guys. You guys may have thought it might have lasted a bit longer, considering how the time frame is in the length of this video. But I'm just letting you guys know the whole story and how I would normally be, when it comes to saying that word. Okay, I'm just saying it right now. Okay, so just so we're all on the same page here. All right. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story. Uh, as far as when I'm going to live stream that, oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you guys know, from the February 9th to the 13th, I will not be making any videos because we got caught up at work again. So it's a week from, let me see something here. I can't see it. It's like a week from yesterday. So next Friday, I will be going back to Harry and David for work. Just so you guys know that in advance, alright? I'm just letting you guys know that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this is Ricky Force 9 signing off.